Hello, hello, bienvenidos, and happy Cinco de Mayo, feliz Cinco de Mayo. Welcome to Candy's Crafts Corner. So today for Cinco de Mayo, I thought what a perfect occasion to introduce to you the new stamp set. Okay, I'm just checking that everything's fine. New stamp set Amor, límite, which is a Spanish stamp set that corresponds to Unbounded Love. So it has the same sentiments, but all in Spanish, which I've been waiting for a long, long time. I have lots of Spanish friends and Spanish speaking friends and family, lots of Spanish friends and family as well. And, like, I know everybody understands happy birthday and thank you, but, sometimes it's nice to have something in your own language. So I created these three projects for you today using both these stamp set with the sentiments and also citrus blooms, which is part of the Mediterranean blooms, which has this gorgeous paper with oranges and lemons and tile-like designs. I really love it. And because it's Cinco de Mayo, I wanted to have a little celebration. And no, it's not beer, not Mexican beer, but I thought that I could raffle some Mexican style chocolate. So here it is. And how it's gonna work is I may raffle one with the people who are watching live, and then you'll have the chance to also participate in the raffle all week by commenting either on my video on YouTube or my video on Facebook. Okay, so if you comment, you'll participate in a raffle, and I'll announce the winner of the offline raffle next Sunday. And there will be a winner today if somebody wants to participate and join and answer a question. For I'm just gonna adjust this. Sorry, because it's touching. There we go. It's touching my table, so every time I move, it moves. And probably you don't notice, but I do. So it drives me crazy. Anyway, so I thought, you know, it would be fun to do something with a little bit of Spanish flair. And it's not only in the messages, because these Mediterranean blooms, not only Mediterranean, but as you know, like the Spanish influence in Mexico was very important as well. And the tile work was one of the things that they got from the Spanish culture and the Mediterranean culture. And I thought this was the perfect way to showcase that. So I made this card that resembles like little tiles, or that was my purpose at least. I mean, I hope you like it as much as I do. I really love how this came out. And then we have just oranges, because oranges are great. We have oranges in Spain. You have oranges in all the Florida coast, and in California, beautiful oranges. Valencia oranges, very good. And Seville oranges with the bitter taste, that great. And then I used the tile part of the paper, and also a new set of dies that coordinates with Spotlight on Nature, which has these concentric circles with these little borders, and they're gorgeous, gorgeous. And it's a double set of dies. So it has this, and it has another set. Let me just show you. It has these two, and you can mix and match. So you have the big one with the little thingy, but then you have the next one in a different pattern, but you also have the same pattern if you want to do matchy matchy. So I mean, anyway, it's a great set of dies. I love it. And this is one of my new things that I got from the new catalog, and I actually ordered it, and I actually wanted it express delivery, so I make sure that I will get it, so I have some things to play with you today. And this is what I use for this. See, with the same paper, the Mediterranean blooms paper. I think it's called Yeah, Mediterranean blooms. Yeah. All right. And this is perfect for the chocolate, the Mexican chocolate that I got. So it's like a little bit of a container that has like a matchbox and the clasp here to close it. And then in the back, you can write like a little note for your friend and give this as a, if you don't have this Mexican specific Mexican chocolate, I'm sure you can fit some cherry, Moncherry, no Moncherry, what is it? The one cherry, I don't know. That one that has a little, that chocolate that has a little finger, so to speak. Anyway, so let's get started because I don't want to waste too much of your time. But we'll start with this card. And I didn't have time to get a mat, like a paper mat. So I'm using my trusty, I don't know how this goes, mat. Anyway, all right, let me put this away for a second. So for this one, we are going to use, it's pretty easy. And this is, by the way, I didn't show you the dies that coordinate with citrus blooms. They're gorgeous, also double dies. You have that cuts the outside. And then you have this one that cuts all these little leaves there. And then you're left with this center part, which I don't have handy right now. I would show you, but anyway, very cute with all these leaves. And then you have extra leaves. And then, of course, the ones that cut the oranges on the stamp set. We don't have lemons. The stamp set only has oranges. But these dies also cut the designer series paper. Hi, Abby. Hi, Deborah. Thank you for joining. So the dies cut both the designer series paper and also the stamped image. So it's very handy. And then you have your little flowers. Also can cut some of the designer series paper, as you can see here. And then you can get like even smaller flowers like that. Anyway, I love this set. It's very beautiful, I think, and very flexible. You can use it for many things. I love this die especially. And as you can see, I used it here, but I also used it inside. Look how pretty it is inside. Isn't it nice? Anyway, so oh, yes, Abby, you will like it on your wish list. Yes, it's a great set to have. So let's start with this. So I started with, by the way, ladies, if you didn't catch the beginning, I'm going to raffle today for Cinco de Mayo some Mexican style chocolate. And I'm going to do a raffle live with a trivia question. And it will be sent to the winner. But you also participate by just commenting, like you've just done that. Just by that, you'll participate in a raffle of the chocolate that I'll announce next Sunday. So we'll give the chance for people who are watching replay to participate as well. So I'm getting Old Olive card base, and then regular size 8.5 by 5.5, score in half 4.25. And then we got this piece, which is 4 by 5.25, and is part of also the Mediterranean blooms. I've already pre-cut like the die cut piece, and look how nice it is. And I die cut it in the Old Olive glimmer paper that we still have in the, I think it's in the online exclusives. And this comes with berry bust and this white, so you can get the 3 of them. You can, I mean, once you get the set, you get the 3 of them. But that's what I'm using. I love the glimmer paper. You know me. It gives it a little special shine. Okay, this will be for an interior, and I'm already pre-cut the orange and everything. So we're gonna go pretty fast. And of course, I'm featuring for Cinco de Mayo the Amor, límite, which is the unbounded the Spanish version of Unbounded Love. But if you have Unbounded Love, you can use your sentiments in English, and you can also use any other sentiments that you want. Okay, there's some pieces here because it's a very detailed die. There's always pieces that get left behind, especially with the glimmer paper and the glitter paper, because it has the glue to to adhere the glitter, and it sometimes is harder to cut, but it's not that bad. I did most of it, but I just saw these two pieces. So let's start putting this together. So we're gonna see if some other people join, and in a little bit I'll ask a couple of trivia questions. So as you know, and we'll talk about it later, but Cinco de Mayo is kind of an invented holiday. It's more US holiday than actual Mexican holiday. People of Mexican descent here celebrate it, but it's not celebrated in Mexico. All right. So it goes like this, and it almost matches because the size. Let me tell you what it is. It's 3 7/8 the width, and the height is of the die is, what is this? I can see well. 4 1/8. 5 1/8. Sorry. So we're gonna use this, and I'm gonna actually use a little bit. I could use regular glue actually. Let me use regular glue. I think I used the fine tip glue, but I don't think we need it. I just want to put all all around here, and then in some leaves in the middle, but not in all the leaves, because that would be an overkill. And I don't mind that some of them lift a little bit. So just like this, like some get a touch there, touch, 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 touch. So speaking of dice, as we were talking before, and Abby has that set of dice in her wish list. We have really good dice in this catalog. I'm very impressed with them. I'm gonna center as much as I can. And there we go. This is gonna be an easy card, especially because I've already pre-cut the pieces. The other second card is a little bit more. Oh, where's my orange? Maybe I didn't pre-cut the single orange. No, yes, I had it, right? I showed it to you. Oh, yes, of course, it's here. Oh, there we go. So this was, as I said, pre-cut from directly from the paper. I could have stamped it and colored it myself, and I will do that at some other point. So I'm just curling a little bit the leaves, some up, and the flowers, the blooms, some up and some down, just for fun, to give it a little bit more dimension, make it come frame a little bit more. I'm gonna do this up as well. All right, something like that, and a little bit roundness to our orange there. Take this off. I don't think I need it anymore. And I attach this with dimensionals. Where are my dimensionals? I was just using them. Oh, here they are. I like this paper, this little paper, because the big graphics of the oranges and everything, it would be too overwhelming to see through these leaves. But these little the leaves almost are the same size of these ones, so I think that it works very well. I'm putting some dimensionals here. I'm gonna do them single. I was gonna do them double, but because sometimes I like more dimension, so I'm gonna do 4. And I'm going to put it not exactly in the center, just a little bit up, so I can put my sentiment on the bottom. So something like that. Maybe that's too much. Something like that. Yeah. So I can put my sentiment right here. Right? And of course, I don't know if you can tell, but I use Wink of Stella on this orange. Can you tell? I don't know. Hard to see it, right? I'm gonna put the chocolate away. I don't want it to break. All right. So let's put some sparkle on this. I love Wink of Stella, as you know. And I'm only doing the orange, not the leaves. And a little bit the center of the flowers, just to give them a little bit of an oomph. All right. And then I'm gonna get, I don't know if I put, yes, I have some flowers there. And I'm gonna use the big flower. If I start sneezing, I apologize. My allergies have been killing me today. And I can feel my itchy nose starting to bother me. So I'm just gonna put an extra flower here because I want 3. And I'm gonna attach this with a small dimensional if I can find one. Yes, they're here. Little dimensional for little flower. Don't want them on. I'm gonna put them right there because I don't want them aligned. And let's put a little bit of the Wink of Stella in the middle. And since I'm at it, I'm gonna use this flower as well. So I'm gonna put the Wink of Stella right there as well for our message. And let's use the Spanish message now. So we are gonna use the, oops, where is it here? Feliz cumpleaños, happy birthday. And we're gonna stamp it on old olive. And by the way, these are cut from the dies of Unbounded Love, which I love, and I don't know if I have them here. I don't have them here, I don't think, to show you, but I think I showed you last week. Oh, no, I do have them. I do have them here. So these are it, right? I actually use this one, and then I use this one for these. And these will cut, funny enough, it will cut an outline as well. So see, once you cut this, it cuts the inside, and you cut the little frame. So you could cut it twice and get the frame in one color and this in another color. I showed you that a couple of weeks ago, so I didn't want to spend too much time here explaining that. But what I'm doing, I'm just laying. I love these dies as well. As I said, great dies in this catalog. Great dies. These dies are so versatile, so very versatile. You can use them for almost anything. And they different sizes, so you can put different messages too. Not only like single line messaging, but you can put also double line messaging like this one. So you have a little bit of everything. Very versatile. This is gonna be on my toolbox for a long time. So let's put this away. Old olive and feliz cumpleaños, which means happy birthday. try to center it. I should have used my mat. There we go. Came out great. And now we're going to attach it here with dimensionals. Let me close my ink. Got it here with dimensional. We're going to use the big ones now. Oops. Oops, oh no. But thankfully, this is plasticky and it's not my paper mat, which would have adhered to my dimensionals there. Okay, I'm trying to center it as much as I can. And there we go. And then we are going to decorate this with a little bit of a leaf here from the same set of dies. Great dies as well. So have you seen in the catalog that we have some sets, some bundles that you can choose if you want the die or if you want it with I put it the other way around. Well, it doesn't matter. Will look nice anyway, I think, because this will go like here. Oops, it's actually falling. Want it a little bit farther there. That's nice. So yes, we have these two bundles that you can choose if you want the dies or if you want the punch. So for people who don't have the cut and emboss machine, the punch will be good. But if you have both, what do you prefer? That's my question to you guys. I'll tell you what I prefer in a little bit. So I'm using a glue dot to attach my other flower here. It's for a little thing, and we are gonna end up decorating this with this opal rounds assortment that comes also in the suite of the Mediterranean suite, and we're gonna use the yellow. Just yellow, little one. I'm just doing a little bit different than what I did before, I think. That's fine, right? Oh, I was thinking, it's like, what is this crooked? I didn't attach this. Okay, we need to glue these, people. All right. So I think I used just liquid glue, and I put quite a bit because it has to adhere over the glitter. So it's always a little hard. Hi, Ginger. How are you? Yeah, you love the bundle? Isn't it nice? Yeah. You got it too, right, Ginger? And I'm using it with the Amor, límite because it's Cinco de Mayo. I wanted to use a Spanish one today. And I've been waiting for my Spanish messages because I didn't like the one that we had in the catalog last year. It was the natural textures or something like that. But the messages were, there was not a happy birthday. There was nothing that I use often. They were very wordy messages. So now we have to do the inside. So I'm very happy, as I said, with this because it has everything you need. Let me show it again. Where is my Amor, límite? Yes, you have, it corresponds to Unbounded Love, and you have like Feliz Cumpleaños, Felicidades, which is congratulations. It has may all your wishes come through, only for you, my condolences, you're a blessing, hello, for you and yours, good luck, like a little bit of everything. So now I'm like, I can make cards for my family and friends that they will be in their own language. And I know most of them, as I said, they understand what happy birthday means. So One of the tricks of using this kind of big graphic papers, especially when you can cut off with the die cut, when you can die cut parts of it like this, you always end up with pieces. Oh, sorry, I just dropped something. You always end up with pieces that are not complete. But I love to use these pieces to decorate the envelopes, or like this, like I'm doing in this one. Let me show you what I mean. I'll show you what I did with the other one. Is that I used the piece that was just in the corner, and I actually cut around it so you would see the detail of the die, which I love, this little dotted stitched effect. And I cut it, I glued it right there, and it looks very nice, doesn't it? And it's just a part of it, and then that way you maximize the use of the paper. So we're gonna do the same. So it's not the same because the same idea, but it's not exactly the same motif because it was in another part of a paper. So I'm gonna put that right here because that was the edge. So that's how I used it. So we're just gonna glue this. I love this. I mean, really, it's a great thing for an inside. If you didn't want to decorate it because it has the little scallopy thingy going on, it's so cool. Oh, and Ginger, I did say that I'm gonna have a little trivia raffle later. And just by commenting on this video or in YouTube, if people are on YouTube watching live as well, or in the replay, I'm gonna raffle Mexican style chocolate because today is Cinco de Mayo. So let me finish, or maybe when I'm doing the other card, because the other card is gonna take me a little longer to make. So I'm only doing 3 projects today, so I'm not gonna have you here till 11. So we're gonna just glue the whole thing. That's it. I'm gonna use this for a lot of my inside notes for the card because I think it's very elegant. Trying not to put it crooked. I think I accomplished that. And this is my first card. Cute, right? I like it at least. And I have 2 Spanish birthday cards. Yay! My first ones. All right. So for the second, as I said, Spanish culture, it has a lot of tiles, and these beautiful papers, they have so many, like, kind of like, they look like tiles to me. Well, I think they're meant to be like tiles, like this. This one not so much, but this one as well, like bigger print or smaller print. So I used this, not this one. Okay, which one did I use? This one. No, this one. No, this one. Which one is this one? Yes, the lemon ones. This one. And I cut it in squares of 1.25 inches each to make these little tiles here. And then I'll show you how to do that. I'll give it a little bit of an edge, like the tiles have, like, like the beveled effect. Because I thought, like, I like to do something tiley. So let's get working with that. If I can find my supplies that I have ready. Oh, here they are. So for this, I'm using card base that is Night of Navies, one of the colors on the Mediterranean Bloom Suite, and it's a little bunked up, but that is taken care of. Just gonna put that here as my reference. And then I'm using these same measurements as always. And then I'm using Balmy Blue, which is another one of the colors in the suite. And they're the ones in the tile side of the paper. And then I have all these little squares. And I try to center the star, but I don't mind if it's not super center because, when tiles were handmade or hand painted, they were not perfect either. So everything that's handmade and artisanal, it's more, it's not as regular as when they make them with a machine, right? So anyway, so I cut 6 pieces of 1 1/4 by 1 1/4. I'm gonna verify that, but I think that's what it was because I did it last night. Yes, 1 1/4 by 1 1/4. So they're squares. And then what I did with these is just I go with my bone folder and I just put it on the edge like this, and I just crease it slightly. And I do this for every one of the sides of the squares. So it has the beveling effect. Just a little bit. It's not super in your face, but years ago I did this kind of, I like more mosaic tile kind of effect for a card. And I stamped the whole image, then I cut it out in pieces, and it was a floral image. And then we used to have the crystal effects. Remember that? And I actually glazed everything with the crystal effects, and they really look like tiny little tiles. I love that. I haven't done it here because we don't sell crystal effects anymore. So I have some, but I didn't want to, do it if you cannot really get it yourself. So do any of you still have crystal effects? I love it. Maybe I'll do a square with one to show you how it looks like. The only problem is that it took a while to a long time to dry, so you could have accidents in the middle. Well, I did have lots of accidents, but it's worth it. Recently, I used it with to make a little hummingbird to a friend of mine who really likes hummingbirds. And I stamped the hummingbird. I watercolor the hummingbird, and then because I wanted to put it on the top of a box for her gift card, I used the enamel crystal effects. I think it was called, what is it? Actually, I have it right here. Let me tell you what it was called. Some of you may have it. Shimmery crystal effects. And it takes a long time to dry, but it comes out very nice. She loved it, by the way. It came out really nice. So I did one of them. I should have done more of them and just leave one to show you how to do it instead of me having to do it on camera, which is not that much fun for you. Anyway, so nobody's answered my question, and that's not the trivia question, by the way. What do you prefer of the sets that have the bundles that have either the punch and the dice? What would you choose? Okay, so I said that I had these. I'm gonna actually glue this down to get it out of the way. This is 4 by 5 1/4. In. All right. And then I wanted the white to be kind of like the, why is this not properly cut? This is the inside card, sorry. So this is cut by 3 3/4 by 5, right? So this is where we're gonna attach our tiles. So I'm gonna use this. And how you wanna do it is try to do it as, like, I'm gonna put them like this, and then I'm gonna try to make them that they have the same amount of space as if I'm setting the tiles in my kitchen floor or my kitchen wall. This would be nice or a bathroom even. Okay, this needs a little bit more. Maybe I forgot to do this side. Well, nobody's answering my question. But I'll tell you what I like. I particularly like I like the punches because you go fast, but the dies, they give you multiples, so you can do 3 at a time every time you pass it by the machine, and it's a little bit more exact, I think. But if you're in a pinch or in a rush, let's see if I like this one better like that. Because you see how it has the whole circle. This is me being really picky. You don't have to, but kind of get the idea. I think this needs to be moved a little bit more. Once I have them set up, then I'm gonna attach them with dimensionals because that's what I put the beveling in it. So this will be kind of my setup, right? So now I'm just gonna put dimensionals. Actually, what I did, I used the sides because it was handy to have something smaller than the whole dimensional. So rather than wait till the end, and I'm not gonna have enough for all the tiles, but okay, this is also boring to watch, right? Because there's 6 tiles, so let's see. I'm gonna start gluing, and then we'll see. I'm just gonna put top or bottom or side to side. I'm not gonna do them. Oh, this didn't cut all the way. This is okay. All right. And probably I just move all the other tiles that I had nicely set up there. Okay, this one is set. Now I'm gonna do second one. And drop it there. And the third one, I should have moved that a little bit over there. Okay, Candy, it's not perfect. I was just saying before, it's like all these artisanal things are not perfect. Well, my tile setting is not perfect either, but I think it's a nice idea. All right. All right. So the top layer is set. Now let's go for the bottom layer of tiles. Oh, this I forgot to. It's not. Maybe with the light I don't see it, but I think it's done. The beveling. You see how it is when it's all done. Just how you can see the little line. So that's where I'm putting the dimensionals right there to that line. There. And two more tiles. All right, and the last one. As I said, it was gonna take a little bit more time because It has more pieces, this card. All right. And then I was going to stamp here just the felicidades, which means congratulations or something like that. There's a little bit of glue here that I'm going to get my glue eraser. I can do that later too. I don't need to do it on the camera, or I can just roll it a little bit. I don't know where that got in. Anyway, as I was saying, I was gonna first stamp here, but it looked a little naked, and that's when I said like, oh, that other strip of the paper that is not so tightly will be handy. And I think this measures at like a half an inch. No, it's not even a half. It's just a quarter inch. And then we're gonna put it right there. This looks like it's crooked. I think it's thinner in one side than the other. Let me just double check that. And I'm gonna double check it in this side because it's easier to see. This is, yes. I think it was supposed to be half an inch. And this is a little bit less than that. So let me cut a new strip of that. Okay. I thought I had a piece already cut, but maybe no. Never mind. We can cut a strip that is, and I'm gonna use that side that is half an inch. And maybe half an inch will be too much because there's not that much space between our tiles, but it doesn't matter. We can adjust as we go. And this, as I said, it was 5, so we're gonna cut it at 5. That's the width of the white base. All right, I like this better. Yes, so it's a little thicker, and we can just put it underneath our tiles there, because that's what they're undimensional, so there's a little bit of wiggle room there. Yes, I like this much better than this little thin strip that I'll save for something else. So let's glue that. Okay. How are you liking the tiles? Everybody's very quiet today. Okay, tuck it underneath the tiles if it's a little tight. I'm trying to do now, wiggle it before it dries completely. I don't know why this got stuck. There we go. There we go. Ah, there we go. I want it tucked underneath the tile. All right, so this is it. And now we have this other label that came also from the Unbounded Love dies. Yes, I was just checking that it was the correct name, which yes, like, yeah, but as I said, they don't have to be perfect. Abby, the tile, it takes a while. And we're gonna use felicidades, which means congratulations. Felicidades is more than congratulations. Something that you can also say. Here's my Spanish 101 here. You can use felicidades for any occasion. Well, it's kind of like congratulations, kind of. Yeah, you can use it for. You probably wouldn't say congratulations for somebody's birthday, but in Spanish you would say felicidades for somebody's birthday. I don't know. I mean, you're wishing happiness. It's the plural of feliz, felicidad, like happiness. happinesses. That's what it actually is. Let's see if I can stamp it center. Pretty good. And we're gonna put that propped up with 2 dimensionals. And big dimensionals, yes. I'll use some of the big dimensionals. Just 2. And then just to give it a little bit of more Mediterranean flavor, I cut a lemon out of this paper and I put it. See, it doesn't matter that, I don't know why this keeps moving. Did I not? I know what I did. I'm sure this was not, see, the backing was not removed. That's why it was like, it keeps moving. All right. All right, so now we're gonna cut a lemon. And I just pick one of here that I like, and I cut it, one that is kind of on towards the front. So let's see which one. Oh, I did this one before, because this one has like, if I cut it here, it will be like the partial lemon thingy. So I think I'm gonna use that one back there, which is kind of like the one I use for this one. I'm just gonna fussy cut it like this. I'm actually, let me do that. Now that I've identified it, it's gonna be the same. It has a little bit of the flower from it, but I don't mind. I'm just gonna cut this thing and cut there. And I don't want the white, so I'm just gonna go a little bit over the actual image, because I don't want the white background to be seen. And if I lose a little bit of the image, it doesn't matter because nobody will know. Anyway, so guys, are you ready for a trivia question? Trivia question. Ready or not? Let me know yeses or nos in the comments. I know they take a little bit to come out. And I am picky, so I'm gonna use my X-Acto knife just to remove this white from here and make it a little bit at least. And because this is my cutting mat, I can do that directly. There, a little bit, that's good enough. Nobody's ready for playing? Come on, guys. I cannot believe that. Nobody wants Mexican style chocolate. This chocolate that I have here, I think you can actually, it has 2 discs, and you can actually melt it and drink it if you put it in with some water, or you can just eat it like that. So it's stone ground and everything. So looking forward to having a little bit of a game, but you guys have to say yay so I don't play by myself. All right, so we're almost done with this card. Almost. Gonna put it like there on the bottom with a big dimensional under the lemon. And then I decorated with 3 of these opals that come in the same suite, and I made a big one. See, I tried to line it with the flowers here. I made a big one. I used a big one in the center and then 2 small ones on either side. I could have done it in yellow, actually. Let's do it in yellow, see, to give a little bit more yellow to pick up the yellow from the lemon. That's for variety's sake, right? Glad you like the projects, Deborah. All right. So I think, well, while I'm I'm attaching this, and I'll let you have some time to think. When is the actual Independence Day in Mexico, which is not today, it's not Cinco de Mayo. Who knows that? What month? Let's say the month. What month of the year? So you guys can guess months, at least. Or Google. First one I see right coming in the comments will get the first Mexican style chocolate. And we're centering this here. And voila, this is our card. And inside, we're just going to put this card with a piece of the same mosaic there, tiles, and just put it like there. May. No, it's not May. At least not what I Googled. More guesses? Now that I have my streaming, it takes much longer to get the messages out. So I'm going to give you time. Don't worry. Also, nobody has guessed it yet. So you have time to keep guessing. I'm going to attach the inside card because Night of Navy is really dark. So you want to have something to write your message on. All right. And that's it. That's our second card. And I'm actually going to put some glitter on that lemon just because I like glitter. Wink of Stella. We go a little bit on the flowers like before, and that's it. All right. Do you like it? All right. And then the last project of the night, I only have 3 projects today, is this little matchbox style box to, well, okay, matchbox style container, treat holder to hold the chocolate. I put this chocolate. I made this up right before my live, so I hope I can replicate it with no problem. See, and you tack this part here on this semicircle that I have here in the bottom, so it's nice and closed. And then I have in the back a little white space, so you want to write a little personal note, but if you don't, you could just leave the paper, the designer series paper, like I did. All right, this blouse keeps grabbing my stuff. Let me start with that then. So for this box, and I hope I remember how to do it because I had like a lot of trial and error things because I was making it up. I didn't have a sample or anything. So I start with a piece that was 9.5 by 5 1/4. I'm gonna verify that because, as I said, I don't want to mess it up, and I measured it several times. So it's 5 1/4. I do believe it was 9.5. Yes, it's 9.5. And now I hope it works. So we're gonna start scoring like at 1 on each of the long sides. Oh no, scoring. Well, doesn't matter because a big part of it is gonna be cut. So thank God. So I'm gonna turn it away around, and I'm gonna score the other side, and then we're gonna score this. I'm gonna cut. So I'm gonna do this the 3 1/4. 3 1/4. Was it 3 1/4? I think so. I hope. Okay, let me just verify that. This is 3 1/4. But then I cut it a little bit more, so yes. Okay, cut it. Put the chocolate away. 3 1/4, and then I just trim, and then 1, and then 3 1/4, 1, 1. Yes. Okay. So 3 1/4 first, and then one more, which is 4 1/4. So that would be these two parts. Then I need another one of 3 1/4, which by it will be 7 1/2, right? I hope. Let me do that. Yeah. No. Okay. Sorry, I should have written the measurements before I started. So let me verify that. The other fold is at, oh yes, because this, yes, it's 7 1/2. It's because I'm cutting this a little bit later, but after it's put together. So yes, it's 7 1/2. I'm like, oh, I did it. I'm confusing myself. 7 1/2, and then one more. So 8 1/2. All right. So I'm gonna need still the trimmer. Still waiting for more months, people. More months for the actual Independence, Mexico Independence Day. When is it? All right. So this is gonna be our back, like a little tray here, and we are gonna cut all these out. So maybe I start doing that up to here, but no, I'm gonna actually use my big scissors to make sure that I get it right. Oh, and I forgot something else. I will do it in a second. And then this one is cut, and this one is cut. And then just out of this, we just need sides as well here. So what I'm gonna do is just gonna measure 1 inch, because this is 1 inch, right? This yeah. So we're gonna measure 1 inch here, and with my pencil, I'm just gonna mark it right there, and the same on the other side, because we need just to cut to the first fold on each side. And I'm not even gonna use my trimmer for this. I'm just gonna go like this and hope for the best. There. And there. Okay. So now these flaps, the ones in the middle, these 3 flaps, these can come out. So we can cut this. Maybe I'll do it with the little scissors now, with the snips. September. Yes, Deborah, September. I think it's the 15th of September where they celebrate Independence Day. So, Deborah, you get to choose which chocolate you want. I have 3 varieties. I have cinnamon, and it's all dark chocolate, Mexican style ground chocolate. It's not, it's all organic, and it's not done in Mexico. Actually, I tried to find one that was Mexican, but at least it's Mexican style. And or then you have the salted almond, or you have the guajillo chili if you want a little spice in your chocolate, which for melted chocolate, it's for, like, drinking hot chocolate, it's actually pretty good. So you tell me which one you want, and you'll get it. And for the other ladies who are here and not, it's this like this, yes. So this you don't have to trim, and but this you can trim, these ones. Okay, I did it wrong before, so that's what I was checking. You use these two sides. Hi Emma, I'm happy you're catching me live. You just missed the first trivia. I'm raffling some Mexican style chocolate for Cinco de Mayo. And you would have known the question, probably. Salted almond, you got it. You got it. That's yours, Deb. The question was, when was the actual Independence Day in Mexico? And it's in September. I believe it's the 15th of September. Anyway, so we're gonna just, now that we've done that, we're just gonna take this off. We don't need all these sides, because this little container doesn't need the sides. Did you do anything? Yes, El Grito, 16. I thought it was I think it was a 15, but anyway, I may have read it wrong without my glasses. Yes, yes, yes. So I wanted to raffle another one, another chocolate. And then there will be one that will raffle among all the comments, and that I'll announce the winner next Sunday, which is Mother's Day, right? Today is Mother's Day in Spain, so it's always the week before. Oh, the 15th. Oh, good. Good. I'm like, oh God, I thought I researched that, but you never know. You can never trust Google that much, right? It's always information that, as a former journalist, you always learn that not because it's printed means it's true or right. So yeah, always check your sources. All right, so we're doing this little container, by the way, and I don't know if you saw it, for this chocolate, and it's like a matchbox thing that it gets attached here, and then you can put just your chocolate inside. Chocolate, so you can put, like, maybe a Kit Kat would fit. I don't know. You can adjust the measurements also to fit the chocolate. That's exactly what I did with this one. I'm like, oh, 3 1/4. That's it. Yes, I totally know that. I was just saying that Cinco de Mayo is just more American than Mexican, right? But since we're at it, let's have another little contest. So who knows? Maybe maybe it's a little bit, now that Emma is here. She may have the answer, but she may not be the fastest typist. I don't know. So on Cinco de Mayo, whose army was, and who's like the general, so to speak, who they defeated. The Mexicans defeated today in Cinco de Mayo in a very famous battle. They defeated, I'm just going to tell you, and probably you know, it's the French army, the French Second Imperial French army. Okay, so from here I removed a 1/2 inch so you can tack it later. So we'll do that. And I should have decorated before putting it together, but I just want to make sure that my box was right. Right. Battle of Puebla, yes, but who did they defeat it, Abby? Other than the French, I'm like a famous name. We're gonna round these corners with whichever rounded corner rounder you have. I have this detailed trio punch steel that I use all the time for rounding my corners. Okay, this didn't come out very nice. I think Emma is being nice and not saying anything. So to give people a chance. All right, this is done. I'm gonna put it here. So let's decorate now. So for decorating, let's start with the bottom. I have a piece of Zaragoza. No, but that's the Mexican guy. But no, who they defeated? They defeated the French army, but who was leading the French army? That's what I'm asking. Dun dun dun. So I'm putting a strip here because this was 1 inch. I'm doing 7/8. Yes, Napoleon. Well, that's what I like. I figured it was Napoleon the Third's army, not the first Napoleon. It was like the other Napoleon, the third. I didn't know there was a second Napoleon, and nobody talks about it. It's like everybody knows like the first Napoleon, but nobody knows the second Napoleon. So that was my answer, Ginger. So I maybe misspoke Emma by saying like what general, but it's like who led the yes. So maybe my answer was Napoleon the Third, but maybe the question was a little misguided. So I'm gonna double check that. And if you're both right, you'll both get chocolate. How about that? That for sure, Ginger, you're getting chocolate. So you get to choose among these two, the guajillo chili, if you like the spiciness, or the cinnamon. They're both dark chocolate, stone ground organic chocolate. And I'm attaching now this. This is a half circle of these smaller unbounded, like spotlight and nature circles. And I cut it in half, right? So I'm just gonna put a strip of adhesive back here. Spice, please. Okay, you got it, Ginger. Guajillo chili. And we're gonna remove this. And that's our bottom part. Center it, and now when it closes, it will close like this. See? But now we're gonna decorate the top. So for decorating the top, we have the big circles of Spotlight on Nature, and I chose, it's the second largest, and it has different details around. And then I chose this one, and then in the paper, I went and just chose one circle that would encircle a design, so it looks like a round tile now. And I put it here in the middle. I'm just gonna glue it. No, I have more chocolate. You don't have to break it. Emma, I haven't checked about the Lawrences, but I'm sure you're right. And if you are, then you'll get a chocolate too. Emma, if you want the chocolate, which one do you want? Cinnamon, the guajillo chili, or the salted almond? I think they also had just plain cocoa, 70%. And that's it, I think. May have been another one. But to me, these sounded like the most Mexican, well, especially the cinnamon and the guajillo chili. All right, so it's easier to tuck it. I'm gonna put this in with dimensionals in the center. This was fun. I like having little trivia thingies. It would be better if I actually have the questions better prepared, so there's no double answers. All right, so we're gonna put that around. See, I want it flush with my bottom of the box, and then it kind of shows the lacy design on the top, right? Isn't it cute? I guess I think I. Oh no! Yeah, I put this too far down. Oh, I know what happened. Okay, look, live and learn, right? I should have put this more in the center because this dimensional actually got cut with my semicircle, and we cannot do that. So I have to put that more in the center. And then we're gonna put that back there here. All right. Sorry about that. That's what happens when you're live, real life. The chili one, you got it. Oh yes. You can tell you're Mexican girl. I would have done the what Deborah did and choose the salted almond. Like I'm more conventional. All right. So now to finish the top, you can I chose this circle, which is the same that I put here and cut in half, but to put in the middle with my sentiment. And because it's, by the way, Emma, you probably didn't hear it, but because it's Cinco de Mayo, I'm featuring Amor, límite, the new Spanish set with all the Spanish sentiments. So I'm using Solo para ti here. So, all right. And we're gonna prop that up. Did I prop that up? Yes. With a couple of dimensionals as well. And if you don't like it in the center because you like to see this design, you can put it here on the side, or you can use just like another sentiment that's on a strip. I actually like the concentric circles. Like that. So this is the front of our, let me close this. Exactly, Ginger, this is a good like matchbox, and I made it up, and you can actually adjust to the size of whatever you want to put inside. If you have like soaps, or you can have Kit Kats, or something that's more square, or like these were like I measure it. I'm like, oh, like maybe I could have made this a little bit less than the inch, because it would have been a little bit fitter. But just to give you an idea, it's a cute little box, isn't it? All right, so now we have to decorate the top, which is nothing. It's just simple. And I should have done it before as well. Where's my strip here? Okay, let's take this out of here. I have the strip here that it's like 3 1/8 by 7/8, I think. Just so it fits in a little, with a little bit of an extra cardstock seen around it. So it's not a complete box, but it's just like, like a little envelope box, kind of. I'm going to call it an envelope box. There you go. That's what I'm going to call it. And I like the fact that you can tuck it, so it will be not open. See? And then here in the back, if you don't want to put any message, you can just put as like the paper like this. But if you want to write a little note, you can. Let's do that, actually. I'm going to actually do that first. All right. And I'm going to decorate my note card with a little bit of tile effect. I'm going to do it a little different than what I did before. So you can write like, I hope you like this Mexican chocolate, Mexican style chocolate, or something like that. And then we're going to glue this. Yeah, I want to do something for Cinco de Mayo, but I didn't want it to be, Cinco de Mayo is today, and my friend was saying like, oh, maybe like some banner or something. It's like nobody wants to do it on the day of the party because it's too late. But I figure that featuring the Spanish sentiments and raffling some Mexican chocolate, that's a good celebration. Since we cannot send beer, it would be more complicated. I'm sure you could send it, but anyway, so there's where. If you want to actually decorate your parts before you put it together, that helps. It's a little bit of the mark from the cutter there that I didn't like. Anyway, so that's it. That's it for me tonight. Look, not too late. That's good because we only did 3 projects instead of 4, but that's all I had today. I ran out of time. This week has been complicated. All right. So I'm also, by the way, doing this Facebook group challenge, and I created a group that's called Favorite Things in Paper Pumpkin. Please join. I don't know if you received an invitation or not. I think I sent it to everybody I knew. Send beer that maybe. Yeah, well, sometimes, right? So anyway, please join the Favorite Things in Paper Pumpkin. It's just a community kind of little group where we can share tips and things like that, but just for the people in the group. So I'm doing that Oxano challenge, and I joined for the VIP that has like some master classes and everything. And it was very interesting. It is very interesting. I think I finished this week, but it's taken a lot of my time as well because there's a daily challenge that you have to complete as well. So that's why this week I only have three projects for you. So let's see them. We have the tile card, and then we have the orange card. All right. And all with our Spanish sentiments, solo para ti. Feliz cumpleaños, felicidades. These probably are going to be my most used sentiments in Spanish. And this has been fun. Well, I hope you enjoy the chocolate once you get it. And I'll see you all next week. And remember, if you haven't won today, and I think the only one who hasn't won is Abby, you can still have a chance because you've participated and commented on this video. I'm gonna raffle among another chocolate among the people who are watching the video and replay or who have commented on this video too. So you still have a chance, Abby, to get some chocolate. All right. So thank you for tuning in and have a great rest of your week. And I'll see you all next week. Bye.